You can't press the gas down. All right, we'll put the C forward and let's get some sound clips.
Yeah. I turned it on and it went all the way to the back.
He's taller than me. Yeah. So this is a C8 with a sport exhaust. If it has the black tips, they consider the sport exhaust. You have the slightly weird looking shape, still kind of a square. This customer wanted to go the LHT round tips, the non-resonated. So keep in mind, a slight different diameter. The inner one is slightly smaller, the outer one is larger. The outer diameter matches the diameter of our tip. So there is a little fabrication to do to make those two different sizes work. Keep that in mind if you're buying our exhaust tips. If not, better still, just bring it to us and let us do it for you.
Interesting.
Here's a quick comparison of the tip difference on the C6. So this is the C6 Z06, which these tips are the larger ones on the C6s. See how much difference they are right there. Actually, if you look at them this way, they're a good ½ inch difference. Well, one thing we just noticed, it's more obvious now, but now we've got it cut off. You see the mufflers are crooked. So you see that angle that George just pointed out, these tips are, this is a rectangle, that's an oval. It should be this way. Well, usually you can slip them back here. But somebody's put a weld on both sides. And because we're trying to make this thing absolutely perfect, we just pointed it out to the customer. And of course, once you see it, you can't unsee it. So I'll put it on the screen, but draw a line directly across there. You see how far they're off.
Can you do that in editing?
Yes.
Nice.
I know the editing guy.
Do you?
Yeah.
I heard he's a jerk.
No, he's actually a good guy.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah. You know, I'm standing right here. You call him the same guy in shirt. So we're going to get this perfectly in line, get the tips on, we'll show you the difference. When you're looking at it this way, you want those tips to have that really nice flat look, kind of like the C7 look. That is critical. If not, once you see it, you can't unsee it. So imagine the tips doing this. You know, I think I've made my point. Hopefully I'm not like...
You have the tips smiling.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. nice touch with the silver.
Yeah.
That brings up the color of the car.
And the GM carbon hoods, you can't beat them.
Oh yeah, that's the same hood that's on the
Carbon.
the carbon. Yeah.
Cannot beat factory GM carbon.
No, look how nice it is. Beautiful.
Thank you.
You like it?
Love it.
So what show are you going to this Saturday? You doing the Corvette rally with the Martin Luther King rally?
No, I put the parade.
Okay.
I got 100 cars.
Have you really? Wow. Where does it start from?
We meet over in Tampon, Del Mabry, and we get Hillsborough County Sheriff escorts.
Okay.
They block the lane on the interstate.
Yeah.
They let us all out, and they meet us in Plant City. They're the police department.
Yeah. That is awesome.
Yes.
That is going to be so cool. Well, I'm glad we got it done in time. That looks a whole different deal, doesn't it?
Yes.
Especially in the sun. Removing the ugly square tips and putting on the round LHT tips. We're doing black tips. Just do a quick before right here. We're going to bring them out about 3/4 of an inch. The customer said it's set to start up in my mode. Let's do a quick before. So it's already up to temperature. So let's see. It's going to sound a little bit better with the new tips. Let's see, 29,000 miles. I've shown these a million times, but that is the StingRay tip. That is the LHT tip, and it's in mirror black. Look how beautiful that is. All right, that's what it looks like up in the air. We've shown these on so many past videos, including the last couple of cars you just watched, but we figured we'd show it again. That's what they look like from the bottom. From the top, we're going to bring those out a little bit more, make them a little bit more present.
Yeah, in case you're wondering, this is not the same video you just watched. It is Friday, January 23rd, 2026. This is a new one. This is the same one.
There's going to be 3 Corvettes in a row in this video. check engine lights. The car doesn't know you've changed the tip, so you don't have to worry about reprogramming it or running into check engine lights and telling the dealer you changed the exhaust, because you didn't. You changed just the tips. A little bit more content for you Corvette guys. This, I'll show you first off. This is the LHT tip in stainless. I'm going to show you these first. We get asked so many times, hey, my car has the sport exhaust. That means it's better. It has more power. On the dyno, they make about the same. They claim 10 horsepower more with the sport exhaust, but I don't know. So that is the main difference. You see, they're still square. The StingRay has these all the way across the back. They're identical, and they're just staggered. One of them protrudes about an inch off the other one. The sport exhaust that has these tips has two tips the same, and they kind of follow the same angle. If you used to look at that line, it kind of follows that. These have a larger diameter and a smaller diameter. It takes a little bit more fabrication. If you buy our tips and you have a sport exhaust, you have two different sizes. The StingRay has the same size. Our tip slips over the pipe when you cut this off, so it allows a little easier. Tack it on, make sure you're happy, weld it on, super easy. This requires a little bit more fabrication. The larger diameter is just a hair larger than ours. The small diameter is a little bit smaller, it fits in. This is the smaller one. It fits in. The other larger one is, it doesn't quite fit over this, so it's not that easy where you can just slip it on. It kind of butts up to it. So we have been asked about making a clamp on tip. Well, unfortunately, when you cut this off, there isn't enough clean, straight pipe for a clamp to hold. There just isn't really a feasible option. The only way to do this is to weld it on. The main difference, obviously not just looks, is sound. Both of these are resonated, which the tip acts like a muffler. I know you're going to say, well, that doesn't really do anything. It's surprising how well these work, to a point where when we changed the tips on my car, the sound difference, I was blown away. I did it mainly for the looks. I didn't want the aftermarket exhaust after I had several codes. I did it for the looks, but just the sound, it was like icing on the cake. You see, it looks, even though the actual diameter is pretty close, this on the car physically looks bigger. And the fact it's longer, you can stick it out the bumper a little bit further, and it gives it more of an aftermarket look. So that's one of the things that makes our tips popular. Much less price, and of course you're not going to run into the check engine lights, which so often happens on the StingRays. They're in the store. We have them in stainless or high gloss black, but it's a lot shinier than these. They look absolutely beautiful. Most popular ones are the high gloss black. We've done 2 cars back to back with those. Another video will be coming out soon. That is it. The LHT tips, LHTperformance.com. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video. Don't forget, enjoy your cars.